ever since I first started doing this channel, I started making these videos. I've not all the time, but a lot of the times I rack my brain thinking of incidents or things that happened in Warren Hill for my first ever sentence. 2001, 2002 ish. Warren Hill was in Ipswich. YO jail, obviously, but I was there for about 6 months as well. You know, I was on remand in Feltham for about a month. In Warren Hill for 6, 7 months. Went to a DCAT for about 6 weeks ish. Yeah, but it was so long ago. I struggle and I can remember little bits and I can remember the odd thing, but I was just sitting here now and one just coming up thinking, come on, mate, and I weren't even trying. So that's the key, that's the secret. Don't try. Don't ever put effort in. Ever. And things just fall in your lap. That's what I'm going to teach my kids, mate. Don't ever try anything, ever. Don't ever put effort in. Just sit there and do nothing and wait for things to come to you, because that's a sign of a successful person right there. But anyway, Warren Hill. I think it was 15 to 18. I don't remember anyone older there when I was there. Anyway, when I was there, 15 to 18. That's what I remember. That you know, it was the wing I was on as well. I'm presuming all the wings were like it. They were like it was like a cell. You come out of the cell, and it was a hallway. Step across, and there'd be another cell. It was like a hallway like that. Cells like that all the way across. You know, you could come out, literally lean across and touch the other person's cell. You know, if you were sending lines in that prison, you'd put it on a jam, tie a little bit of string, pulled out of your bed sheet, your orange or yellow bed sheet, tie it to a jam or a mirror or an envelope, put whatever you need in envelope and just slide it under. It's literally 2 foot. You could never not. It's a good way to train, good way to learn, because it wasn't like it was a far away thing that you'd make yourself look like an idiot if you couldn't do it. I remember one time the geezer opposite sent me a dead mouse. Used to get mice in the cells, never rats, but mice. And you get them silver fish. They were like insects, literally. Don't know why they were called silverfish. They're like insects that come out when you turn your lights off. And I think the mice used to eat them, like little wood mice. Never nice when they come in. So I remember I caught one out the corner of my eye once. It freaked me out at first because I weren't expecting to see it. But yeah, one day this geezer went, send me a Rizla or whatever he said. I went, all right, and so an envelope's come under my door for me, and we slid it under, bit of string on it. I opened it up, there was a dead mouse in it that he'd stamped on in his cell, totally flattened. Just sent it to me. Eyeballs popped out, tongue out of his head. Wasn't very nice. Where was I going with this? Where the fuck was I going? Well, I know where I was going. They had all sorts of courses there, right? They did. For the life of me, I can't remember. I remember the motor mechanics course because I did it for a bit, and there was the making bicycles, like recycle, like old bikes would get sent there, BMXs, mountain bikes, things like that, and we would, because I worked in there as well. You'd paint it up, put new wheels on. You just make a new bike out of the bits and bobs that got sent to you, and they would send them. They were for charity. They would send them abroad. I've said it before. I never understood that. Why don't they just sell them to kids in England? Not sell them, give them to kids in England. But get off that. That was a decent little thing. I remember every single day at lunch we used to put a film on. It was a 20-minute break. We put a film Point Break on with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. Sit there for 20 minutes a day, watch it. It took ages to watch it, man. I've seen it before, that's the thing. There was a little ginger kid that was well annoying in there. Well annoying. And me and this geezer from Bristol. Say he weren't a geezer, he was a kid, you know what I mean? We was all kids in there. He had a moustache. He had a goatee beard, this geezer from Bristol. I forgot his name. We ended up in the DCAT together. It was good stuff. We was next door. And we ended up having a drink and a smoke together, puff and all that. I forgot his name. But we got hold of this ginger kid. It was so annoying. We put his head down the toilet. kid stuff, you know what I mean? But this kid was well annoying, and he would bring you to the brink. He was out of order, but he would well bring you to the brink of wanting to hurt him. So you got his head flushed, bang out of order, bullying tactics and all that. But he was well annoying. That wasn't even the point of the story. Going back to the motor mechanics course, that's where I was. One of the boys that was on the wing with me, that I used to walk over there with, we was on the same spur as well. So he wasn't opposite me, he was sort of like opposite to the right by a couple of cells. Yeah, I worked in there, he worked in there, and there was another boy from the wing that I remember that worked in the motor mechanics course. Decent course. And so when we're in there, this is how the three of us even got to talk to each other anyway, because we weren't really friends on the wing. We didn't really talk, but in here we got to know each other, so we started talking to each other on the wing as well. One of these boys, not the one that was opposite, but a couple, like, I forgot what this other kid was. He was talking about a visit that he had coming up. One of his friends was coming, blah blah blah. Was going to bring up a bit of weed or puff. And he's telling us that. Well, he's telling the two of us that. Me and the other boy that was on my spur, I suppose they're called. So he's telling the pair of us, and we're like, oh yeah, lovely jubbly. What, are you going to sort us out a joint? Now, I've never been to jail before, you know what I mean? Yeah, blah blah blah, lovely. I was like, sweet, cushy. Never entered in any to do any funny business, try and have him over or anything like that. It's just like, all right, and he's talking about it every day. The more he's talking, the more enthusiastic he's getting. When is it happening though? You keep telling us, when's it happening? You know what I mean? We're thinking he's like the dog's bollocks because he's going out there and grabbing something on a visit. Anyway, the day never come. Or the day after. The day after he was meant to have been out there. Something. You know, when's it happening? Say, you know, it's happening on the Wednesday. Alright, so Tuesday is the last time you see him, you know what I mean? Because Wednesday he's meant to be out on a visit. So Wednesday night, you don't see him. You're looking around on the wing, dinner time. Where's this geezer? Like, sort of go to his cell, door's shut, no one's about. So, like, where is he? He's clearly like, must be out to getting dinner somewhere, like, because his door's open, sort of thing. Where is he? Sort of try and wait around for him, hunt round, bop round the wing. I don't know really. Like, I could probably hang about and all that. I don't know how to get away with all that yet. It comes on top, screw says bang up. I'm gone and banged up. The other geezer that's looking for himself gets banged up. Geezer, kid. We come out the next morning, looking in his cell and all that. The door's shut, but all his stuff's in there. So it's just like he's banished off the wing, or he could have been hiding round the wing, just getting his door shut. Could have been. Highly likely that's what he was doing. But we don't know that. So, where's this geezer? Where is he? We'll see him when he goes to work. He might have already gone to work and left early. So we trot off to work. He's not at work. So, what's like? He's clearly still on the wing. Like, you know what I mean? His stuff's on there. The night before, his cell got open at dinner, but we just didn't see him. Where is he? He's not at work. He's in his cell just blazing. He must be. You know you might work. Come back on the wing. Open his door. He's banged up. He's in his cell. He's there. What happened? I'm on basic. Why? I forgot what he said. It was something ludicrous that was clearly a lie. Like, you know, I genuinely can't remember. He said it was something about, you know, I'd be lying if I'd be lying if I tried to think of something. I can't remember why he said he was on basic. I've sort of like less suspicious than the other geezer. You know what I mean? I've never been in jail before. I don't know. He could be telling the truth to me. Don't know about basic and all that. The other geezer's questioning him though. Questioning him though. Well, why are you on basic? Where was you last night? This, that. Well, if you're on basic, you don't get let out at dinner, lad. You get let out at last. This, that. Kid ain't got the answers. You know what I mean? So mate's going like, you're not on basic. You can't be. This, that. Well, where's your TV? Like in Warren Hill as well, you had a separate room for the toilet. So theoretically, you could have put his TV on his toilet and you couldn't see it. You know what I mean? But he's questioning him. He's like, where's your TV? This, that. And he's going to me, he's lying. I'm like, well, how do you know he's lying? Like, why does it matter anyway? Like, for one, you know what I mean? I've never been in jail before. I don't really care that he's lying. You know what I mean? I'm not that involved in smoking weed yet in my life that I care that much. But the other geezer's getting ump over it. And you mug me off. You've been telling us for 2 weeks. Like, the kid's like, oh no, I was meant to have a visit, but the person didn't come. Blah 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 blah. Visit flopped. Kid was talking crap, and it just snowballed for him. Anyway, geezer's enraged. Says he's going to do him. Says we're going to do him. I'm like, what? I ain't involved, like, you know what I mean? I've sort of we've gone off to dinner now. We've gone away, right? Gone away, bang up, push, or where have we gone? He's telling me it's on and all this shit. I'm pretending I'm angry as well, pretending I give a shit. Yeah, it's on. I've literally gone to his cell door and I've gone, listen, I'm not with him. I genuinely said it. I was just sort of doing it because going along with the crowd, even though it wasn't a crowd, it was one person. I was just being a little sort of showing off to that person, like, you know, if you know what I mean, trying to act big, like I cared, and I was with him and ready to fight over something I didn't really care about, you know. But as soon as he was gone, I was at the geezer's door like, no, I couldn't care less. What happened though? Are you on basic, like, sort of thing? He's like, yeah, he's telling me he's on basic. Eventually the other geezers mellowed down after a couple of days. This geezer kept standing behind his door and making out he was on basic for like nearly a week. Then after a week he just started coming out, roughly a week. Yeah, by then he sorted it out with the other geezer, sort of my opposite, sort of. He spoke to him, he'd been up to the door a few times and it just sort of mellowed. I don't think he ever fully believed him, but you know, after a few days of this geezer just being adamant that he was on basic. I keep saying geezer, kid, it was Warren Hill, it was kid stuff. Yeah, and it died out. But moral of that story, keep your lips shut, especially when you're not possibly being truthful. Yeah, but it was kid stuff, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It's all harmless. Nothing bad happened, and we all moved on. If you enjoyed that, hit subscribe and we'll chat tomorrow. Adios.